hands align. In red and white they always shine. With every pass it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind.
Welcome back to the Arsenal on My Mind podcast, Cup edition. As always, it is Mr. Sekijay in the house and yours truly, Mr. Spike. Got the Gyokeres mask out. All right, all
Well,
right, all right.
the marks came out today.
Very neat. It sure did. It sure did. Yes. Well, before we get to today's Carabao Cup performance against Chelsea, we didn't do a pod, or we typically don't do pods for cup games. We had two cup games in the same week, so we thought we'd just do a real recap of that. Real quickly, how did you feel about that Portsmouth game in the FA Cup?
Well, it was a good game. We found ways to score. Scored four set piece. Martinelli hat trick. I mean, it was standard day in the office. I didn't expect anything less.
Yep.
But credit to the depth in our squad, because there was heavy rotation and we still came up with a performance like that. So that was really good.
Absolutely. And I think that early goal from Portsmouth probably guaranteed that we had to win by a lot. I think if we didn't score that early, it would have been a 2-0 or 1-0 kind of game,
Yeah.
But because they scored so early,
the goal basically just was like a wake-up call for the team, and they just hit their strides and they rolled with it.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. So Martinelli seems to have carved out a role as a cup goal scorer. I saw a funny post the other day. Someone is to remind Martinelli that the Premier League is also a cup.
Yeah, he's doing very well in the cup games.
Yep.
And that's okay. If that's where he's going to produce this season, that's fine. That's why we have a squad.
Absolutely. One area I thought, in that game, he played well, but I don't know. He's not. He needs to get back to something. I don't know what it is. He's missing a little something in his game right now.
Well, he was, he was playing very well last season. Then got injured, and he's really not recovered from the injury. Since the injury, he's not gotten back to his best. That's the something you're talking about.
Yeah.
But the only way to get back to your best is to play games, and he's not seen a lot of minutes this season. So that, I feel bad for the guy. But it is the only way to get back to your best as a player is to play games. And one area has not seen a lot of games this season, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we discussed last time whether he should go on loan or not. I still think no, but I think
apparently he said no.
Oh, really? Because he'll get some game time. He might play in the second leg, maybe, of this Chelsea game. Then we have some Champions League games or the throwaway games, kind of. So he'll get some game time. I think he'll do okay. And our next FA Cup draw was against Wigan, so I think he'll play.
Yeah, there was a rumor last week or a few days ago that he said no to Bournemouth. That Bournemouth
had an interesting loan for him.
Yeah, they had identified him to replace Semenyo, for the rest of the season. So they were ready to take him on loan, and he said no.
Interesting. Okay,
so that was a rumor out there.
Good for him. Anyways, that game was a good game. We Martinelli had hat trick, pretty impressive. Madueke looked good too. But anyways, let's fast forward now to today's game against Chelsea. That was an interesting game. I'm not upset. It's evidence that we are better than Chelsea, but I don't like that we conceded that many goals.
Well, the second goal, Gabriel was not on the field.
Hmm.
Who else was not on the field? Is it Zubimendi or
Uh,
Declan Rice?
I think Rice had gone off.
Yeah, Rice was not on the field. Gabriel was not on the field, so there was a big hole in that spine.
No, Gabriel played the whole game.
Yeah, but Rice was not in the game.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, um, yes, I just think the scoreline flattered Chelsea.
Of course. Hmm.
It could have easily been 4-1.
Hmm.
When it was 3-1, if we are taking our chances, if Gabriel had scored that header,
Hmm.
that's wide open in the corner, or if Merino
Yep.
had buried that chance against Sanchez,
Yep.
it would have been a different game. So they were lucky. We kind of we're not used to seeing conceding 2 goals in
Hmm.
a game, and I think it's a good thing because that will keep us on our toes in the weekend
Yeah,
against Nottingham Forest.
absolutely. Absolutely.
I don't like the fact that we conceded. It was not, it was. I think it could have been. So let me ask you this: Do you think if it was Raya,
I was just about to ask you the same question, but in a
it
different way. I was going to ask you, what do you think of Kepa's performance?
was good?
It was good.
It was good. It was confident.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't know. I think Raya would have saved one of those 2 goals.
Maybe not save the shots, but I would have done better with the corner in the first place.
Yes.
Yes. And so it's funny because I was thinking about it watching the game and seeing those goals. I was like, you know what? I love the idea of Kepa as a backup because he's really a starting keeper when you think about it. But between him and Raya, we have some really undersized goalkeepers, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
and and Raya makes up for it in his ability to kind of predict where the ball's going to go. He's really good at that.
Yeah.
But I feel like we need a big body in there, just a big body backup keeper. So I don't know, but either way, I thought he had some good saves. He looks really comfortable with the ball at his feet, which was good to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah. It
Um,
was it was very interesting to see. And remember there was a time it was the most expensive goal in the
oh
world.
yeah,
So
I think he still is right. The record.
quality. Yeah.
Do you still have to have the record for the highest? No, I think Donnarumma just passed it,
I
right?
think, yeah, I'm not sure
Yeah,
if
but
Donnarumma just passed it.
yeah, but either way, quality keeper. But I was curious to know. So I mean, here's one thing, right? We started the game with pretty much our best 11,
Yeah, I
right?
was surprised. It was a
Yeah,
strong,
the
it was a
strongest
strong
11 that we
lineup.
put out, and Chelsea did not,
Yeah,
right? Okay, let's look at they were missing Caicedo, that's fine. Missing Cole Palmer, that's fine. And on top of that, they went ahead and started like 2 youngsters, the striker Magui and Achampong at fullback.
mhm.
So I mean,
and I think that Chompong looked good
he
today.
looked good before he got subbed off for sure. At least attacking wise, he looked good. Question is, do we take that to mean that, to mean anything that, we played
Nah,
the second team?
they were as I said, the scoreline flattered them.
Hmm.
You know,
I mean, because they
we
only scored the goals after they brought in some first teamers.
it was evident, and at that point we are taking our foot off the pedal.
Okay.
And remember, they scored both goals. They scored mainly was against the run of play.
True, true.
So they were yeah. It was frustrating. It was sloppy. I won't even say it was sloppy. It was just typical counter attack, that got us. But we're clearly the better team. We're
Yeah, for
clearly the
sure.
better
That was
team.
very evident for sure.
Yeah. So I'm not too worried about it as long as we got the win. I would have
Hmm.
liked to go back to the Emirates with a 2 goal
With a two
cushion.
goal cushion for
You know
sure.
that
Hmm.
would have been nice, but I'll still take the win.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so I mean, obviously we can't talk about this game without talking about Gyokeres. And arguably, I won't say his absolutely best performance for us, but his best performance in a while.
I think it's his best performance for us.
No, I mean he had a game where he scored 2 goals, early
And
in the
it
season.
no the all-round performance in
Yes,
this game, and
yes,
against the opponent,
right.
this
Mhm.
is his best performance for us.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot more touches, 17 touches, which is like more double of what he's been getting recently. a goal and an assist.
And the team was very intentional, even especially in the second half. They were very intentional playing with him,
trying to get him
looking
the
for him.
ball.
Yeah, drawing him in.
Yes.
So because I saw it when they huddled up at the start of the second half. I had that feeling. I was like, they're going to play for Gyokeres now.
Yeah.
And he played very well.
He played very well. I mean, to me, the goal was a typical, a poacher goal. You just have to be there, right?
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
the assists to Zubimendi. I mean, Zubimendi to finish.
Yeah, that was an excellent finish with his
Yes.
left foot too.
Yes.
That was difficult. He picked his spot, dropped his shoulder, shimmied two defenders, and just and still hit it there. Yeah,
Yep.
that's a lot of confidence. That's a lot of quality.
A lot of quality for sure. But Gyokeres, great assist for that as well. Yeah,
And
he was involved.
that your crazy assist, you could see that his confidence is growing.
Yes,
You
of
know,
course. Of
because
course.
so he has those touches in him. He's not just a locomotive train that is just going after the ball.
Yep.
So I think I still think he's going to be our best striker.
I'm sure he should be inevitably. I got to get there quick. I'm pretty sure. Last night he did. In his bed last night he was like, Jesus Havertz, Jesus Havertz.
Which is a good problem to have.
Yes,
That's a good
so
problem to
definitely
have.
feel the pressure. Of those two guys wanting to play.
Hmm.
Interestingly, Mikel played Havertz as a 10 today when he took off Odegaard,
Odegaard.
and that's again more flexibility. But you
Yeah,
gotta be.
it took off. It took off Odegaard. Put in Merino there.
It
Then
took
when
off
he took
Rice,
off
put in
Rice,
Marino, then
then
yeah.
when he
Oh
took
yeah,
off
you're right. You're
Rice,
right.
yeah,
Yeah, you're
when he
right.
took off Rice, then
hmm
Merino dropped to the midfield.
Yep.
Havertz goes to 10.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, you got to say I have a lot of options on that squad, right? Right now. The only person I really, 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 really want back is Calafiori.
Yes, because he provides cover for the left wing. He gives the left wingers more freedom to
hmm
attack because he provides not just cover, creativity too.
Creativity, yep.
Going forward.
Yeah, and it's funny because our quote unquote, youngsters, Skelly, Waneri, and Dalman, Dalman's injured, so that's fine. But Waneri and Skelly, man, they are kind of buried behind the pecking order right now.
I mean, it was inevitable. They had the breakout seasons last season,
hmm
which is great, but between you and I, if one area and Skelly were our first team, excuse me, then we're in trouble. Not because they are not good players, but because they are not fully formed yet.
Right, true.
So this gives them the opportunity to get well-rounded and fully formed,
Right,
and it also protects them from injuries too, because Saka, well, I mean, we're lucky is so durable,
right.
but some of the injuries he's had, like the hamstring, was because of overuse, because he broke in at such an early age,
Yep.
and we just ran miles on him,
Yep.
and we so Skelly and Waneri, I think I, I don't think they should feel bad. I don't think they should go on loan. If anything, maybe
Mhm.
Waneri can go on loan, but Skelly, no, definitely no. He's gonna get game time, but he's a little bit off the pace too,
He is, yeah. I
because
mean, so I
because
mean, they're both suffering.
Frimpong Frimpong really exposed him the other day.
I mean, they're both missing out right now for different reasons.
Yeah,
Skelly is missing out just because he's in poor form. Wanner is missing out because there's too many players in this position.
correct.
Yeah. So I agree with you with the keeping them both, but if you have to keep Scully for sure. But yeah, I really miss Calafiori in the team. I mean, we have Calafiori injured. Who else is injured? Nkapie is injured.
Nkapie,
Mosquera is
Mosquera.
injured, and Dauman. So we really could use some of those guys back. But I mean, we've been unlucky with injuries, but it's also reaping the benefits of our depth because every time someone drops off, someone is just coming back.
Correct.
So
Correct.
let's, long may that ride.
But it's looking like the team is coming into full strength.
Yes.
We'll have a lot of, and this is a good time, and it's a good problem Arteta has now because he has three different profile number nines.
Yep.
To pick from.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
and two of those number nines can play other positions. Like
Yep.
Jesus can play left or right.
Yep.
Havertz can play anywhere in front and 10.
Yes. No,
Even in the midfield too, he can play.
yeah, you can. No, for sure. It's a good problem to have, like I said, and it brings me to are we buying anyone this window?
If anything, I think we should get. I think we should get. I want to say a defender.
But okay. So the rumor I saw is that we want, obviously we want
Way
Gray, but we want him in the summer, which makes sense,
makes sense.
But
He too will want to go come in the summer.
yeah, but I mean, in reality, will he wait that Man City might go for him right away because they have injuries, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
what I'm hearing is he will rather wait till as the summer. Man City wants to get him now. Crystal Palace wants to cash in on him now.
Of course,
They
if you
don't
can,
want
yeah.
him to go for free. But the player is indifferent about it because if he goes for free, he gets a bigger sign-on bonus.
Yep, for sure.
And
For sure.
and he gets more options to pick from of clubs.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's excuse me. That's what I'm hearing. That's the rumor out there. So we'll see.
we'll see how it goes. Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah. So great game. I wish it was a 2-goal lead, but we'll live with a 3-2, taking it back to the Emirates. So yeah. Like you said, our next game is against Nottingham Forest on Saturday. Again, by the time that game comes along, I believe Man City would have played Man U, I believe.
Yes, yeah. Play Man U.
Yeah, and let's see who plays first. Yeah, Man City plays Man U earlier in the day, before that. So we would know a lot of things by the time that game comes along. But either way, I would like a win regardless. I'm backing Man U to have like a little, lack of Amarim spirit bounce. Ain't happening. Okay.
I mean, if it happens, then it's a 1-1, 1-1 draw.
I see. Fair enough. Fair enough. But it's a derby, means nothing. Okay.
Zubimendi will score a hat trick. Haaland will score 4. Zubimendi will score a hat trick. It will be a hat trick competition between two of them.
Oh man! All right, all right.
Where are they playing? Old Trafford.
They are playing. Yeah.
Even worse. So my is the one under pressure because they're the one at home.
Yeah. Well,
City's gonna rip them apart.
Okay. Well, we can hope. We can hope for a result there.
I hope I'm wrong.
Okay, real quickly, I'm gonna just run through my ratings for. Do you want to ratings? Ratings for the Chelsea game, real quickly. I give Kepa a 7. I gave Ben White a 7. He got a goal. He played well for the most part. I guess Saliba a 6 wasn't his best game. He didn't do anything wrong, but when you concede 2 goals, I can't give you an 8. I give.
Do anything wrong.
I didn't do anything wrong. I give Gabriel a 7.
Actually, played very well.
Did he?
I saw a different part of Saliba today.
What part was that?
His movement with the ball, the way he was faking.
Actually, you're right. You're right.
Then
he had that shot.
Then he took a shot and he with intent too.
Okay. I'm convinced.
Because players now, teams are beginning to realize that our defenders hold on to the ball a lot. So they rather the defenders hold on to the ball. So now our defenders are evolving to becoming a threat themselves with the ball.
Yes. Okay. Fair enough. I'll change my win to 7.
I think Saliba is an 8 today. He was
okay.
He was the star of the defense today.
I'm not going that far. Gabriella 7. Timber playing at left back wasn't quite the same. I'll give him a 6. He didn't look as comfortable, although he started his career there with us. But either way, I gave Rice and Zubimendi both 8s when they really controlled the midfield. Rice was really good. Zubimendi, that goal was amazing. Could have scored one other one. Odegaard wasn't his best game. He wasn't really in the game as much. I mean, he pressed, he tried to trigger the press a lot, but I didn't see him have the ball at his feet very often. Like he kind of didn't want the ball a lot today. I gave him
There
a
was a
6.
time. There was a time I actually thought to myself, like, I don't remember Odegaard doing a lot today.
Yeah. So I gave him a 6 for sure. I gave Saka a 7. Wasn't his best game either, but Cucurella, wow. It's a really, really tough defender these days.
He is a tough defender.
Yeah. So
And he's like I don't know if Saka is scared of him, or he's just he just likes to pick on Saka.
right.
I don't know if it's either or is a little bit of both, but
It's
yeah.
probably a little bit of both, for sure. But it's still, he's still got in the game, found a way to get in the game, gave him a 7. I gave Gyokeres an 8. He's my man of the match, goal and assists. Trossard as well wasn't really in the game as much. I gave him a 6. He didn't do a whole lot in the game, but he tried. Off the bench, Martinelli and Marino gave him both 6s. Jesus Havertz, no rating because they came on too late. Mikel, I gave him a 7. No real reason. Just maybe I don't know what he could have done differently. So 7 is just standard. All right, what's your ratings?
Well, my Kepa, I think Kepa was impressive today, but he conceded 2 goals. Or else I could have easily given him an 8.
Okay.
So I'm giving him a 7.
All right.
Ben White, played well. He's looking like the old Benny Blanco. I know. Good goal from him. I gave him an 8.
An 8. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he played very well.
Right.
Saliba played very well. It was impressive. Unfortunately, yes, they conceded 2 goals. But I was really impressed with Saliba today. The way he played, the way he faked passes, and he was very incisive. And he actually made passes that broke lines
Yep, that's
and
true.
started attacks. So that was very impressive. So 7 for Saliba. Gabriel, lively. Should have taken his chance. 7 for him. Um, Timber, he looked good, but yes, he was not one of his best games. Um, but I'm sorry, I can never give my Timber anything less than 7. 7 for Timber.
All right.
Yeah, I love you guys. I don't care what you guys think. I'm giving Timber a 7. Yes, Rice and Zubimendi 8 each. They controlled the midfield. I think Chelsea was missing Caicedo. It could have been a better midfield spar between both teams. But yeah, 8s for them. Odegaard, I agree. He wasn't he wasn't with the ball much. He did not influence play much. So I give him a 6. Saka 7. Looked lively. Had some chances, some shots on goal. His corners were not the best today.
No.
It was Rice that actually had the corners that made the difference. But 7 for Saka.
Okay.
Gyokeres 8 for me. My man of the match too. Uh, a goal and an assist. He's looking more confident.
Yep.
He needed that, and it was a typical number 9 goal. It's a striker's goal. It was at the right place at the right time.
Absolutely.
Trossard 6. He was lively, but did not affect the game much. But I think he picked up a yellow card too while he was at
Yes,
it.
he did.
Yeah, so yeah, that was my bench. 6 for Martinelli, 6 for Marino. The other 2 5 standard 5. 8 to Arteta today.
Okay.
I think he actually surprised me with his team selection, but I think he was spot on. He didn't fall for the temptation of not starting Gyokeres. You know, he could have easily benched Gyokeres in this game, and everybody would have understood.
Yep.
But he stuck to it, and he paid off. So kudos to him. Actually, 9 for Arteta. You know, good man management. Was spot on with his selection today.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. But yeah, so Nottingham Forest game coming up. Let's hope get a result there. Let's hope City draws 8-8 with Man U. Victor, what you're saying, 8-8. Onward and forward we go. You know, we will
What's your prediction for Nottingham Forest?
3-0.
I say 2-0.
2-0, yeah. 3-0 for sure. And are we home or are they home?
No, they're home.
They're home. Okay.
We're playing our next 4 games or so, 5 games away.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're going on a road trip.
Yep, indeed. Okay, well, either way, I think the cup games went well for us this week. So onward and forward, and we will reconvene with you guys after the Forest game, and hopefully, like I said, we're celebrating a win and City dropping points. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. But until then, let us keep Arsenal
on your mind. Share, like, subscribe, and let us know what you think about our team selection or rather our player rating.
Yes.
And what do you call it? The predictions.
Predictions. Yeah, score predictions for that game for sure. All right, guys. Catch you later.
Under floodlights, the fans align. In red and white, they always shine. With every pass, it feels divine. Arsenal's on my mind. From hybrid days to Emirates grand, each match a symphony perfectly planned. With every goal, we take our stand. Arsenal's on my mind. Oh, Arsenal, you never fail through rain and sun. Our steadfast sail